Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the channel. We're going over Raid Shadow Legends today, and I want to put together, as we get into it, a couple of champions that I think look interesting that I want to set my sights on, and hopefully we can pull when we finally save up enough currency to pull for some champions, including, you know, I want someone to go with Tuhanarak with the Desert Queen promo code. So let's check out some people here. Let's see if we have anyone interesting to look for. In me, myself, we got the, the Talarian League. We have the Nerisans, the Corrupted, the Galleon packs. Honestly, I want to pick out someone from the Skinwalkers because that sounds funny. Dark Elves, number 2 for sure. Demon Spawn, because I think What's-Her-Face from the trailer video, if you haven't watched that out, is probably going to be in there. Shadowkin for sure, because there's a character I've been using that's pretty cool that's in the Shadowkin area. And then, I don't know, Bannerlords, High Elves, Sacred Order, Barbarians, like that all sounds super lame. Orcs, that sounds super lame. Lizardmen. Maybe we'll do an Undead Horde as well. Let's check out someone from the Skinwalkers though. And I think one of the cool ones that I found that was interesting that actually looked funny. I want to see if they're actually good. Yeah, Bambus the support, man. Now he's a legendary Bambus the 4-leaf. Now, just like every other traditional turn-based game, so we're looking for support abilities, buffs, debuffs, maybe someone to do damage, maybe someone to block damage for us here if we put a team together based around perhaps a Tuhanarak here. Let's check it out. I don't know if Bambus 4-leaf is going to be the call, but he does have 398 reviews. He's not doing too good here in the Dragon's Lair. He's looking pretty bad here. All right, let's go find out why this guy's so bad, and it's honestly 2.8. So what are we looking at here? Now he's a sleeper. 50% chance to sleep with the S1, and speed debuff, decrease speed, and then put speed. This is bad. I guess it's one person, and then will attack all enemies instead if the initial target is under 2 or more debuffs, and then puts decreased speed on them as well, and then puts a sleep. This is bad? This is bad in this game? The easiest thing for you to do is support the channel by checking out the link in the description below. You're going to get a free legendary champion as well as up to $200 worth of free goodies. And don't forget up to 3 awesome epics as you level up inside of Raid. And be sure to use the code DESERTQUEEN to get access to your new free legendary champion in the form of Tuhanarak. As always, this helps the channel out so much, guys, so be sure to check that description down in the link below and join me in Raid today. His S1, if you have debuffs, is AoE and then decrease speed and then places sleep. This debuff cannot be blocked or resisted. Is this a sleep based on the chance for the decreased speed down? Is that what it is? Bambus 4-leaf. All right, let's check out his passive here. The Grove Tender level 1. Attacks all enemies, puts a shield buff on all allies equal to their max HP, which is not typically something that you want to see on a support type character in a game like this. Usually you want it based on like the caster's HP, like Bambus's HP. So you can make him like real fat and then put like a big fat shield on like your squishier people. But this is like, it puts a big fat shield on someone who's already has a lot of health. So maybe that's why he's not rated so highly. Maybe good for like bruiser teams, but I don't know. After attacking, a 75% chance to decrease the duration of all enemy buffs by 1 turn. 1 turn. We'll have to see. I don't think that's maybe for like immunity 1 turn buffs and stuff. If the attack lands as a weak hit, it increases the shield value of any buffs on all allies by 2% for each enemy buff that had its duration decreased by the skill. So he's an anti-buffer character. You can't get the buffs reduction of 1 turn down lower. So I'm assuming that this is why. Then puts a sleep on him. Wait, the S1 sleeps him too? Oh, Bambus, brother, what are you doing, dude? No wonder you're rated so low. Finally, places a sleep on this champion for 1 turn. Bambus, what the man? Does anyone give a rationale as to why? Oh my God, dude, what? 50% chance transferring debuffs on an ally to this champion while they're under the sleep debuff. Will not transfer block. Bro, okay, so this is why he puts himself to sleep, but it's like, has a 50% chance of transferring any debuffs placed on an ally to this champion while they're under sleep, which he always sleeps himself. But you can't do block, revive, stun, freeze, fear, true fear, provoke, petrification. So all of the big crowd control ones you can't put on him. So I guess all like the attack down, defense down, poison, all that stuff will get put on him instead. At the start of this champion's turn, remove any sleep debuffs from this champion. Active effect. Transfers all debuffs from this champion to the enemy with the highest res. If a sleep debuff was removed for this champion by this champion's passive skill. So he's like, there's a character in a couple other games, like Gloomy Rain, where they transfer stuff. Or Fallen Cecilia from Epic 7. But still, like, you can't, so all the crowd control ones you can't put on him, and it's because they want you to use the active effect. Like, he wakes up and you transfer all of the other nonsense to someone with the highest res. and it can't be resisted. So he seems like he's super niche. He wants to remove, like we talked about, he wants to use this to remove like immunity possibly. Like I'm assuming a lot of immunity buffs in this game are like 1 turn like usual, or maybe 2 turns, and he can strip that last turn of immunity and then shove all of those negative debuffs on somebody else. I can see why he's rated kind of low though, because he seems super niche, right? You need to have him in a team of like kind of semi-fat people, right? To put the shield on. It's fine, you know, if they're squishy, it doesn't do that much. And then you need to have him against an enemy team that does a lot of debuffs, but they can't be any crowd control debuffs. And then to get full value, the enemy team also needs to have some buffs as well in debuffs, so you can kind of flip the script. I mean, Bambus 4-leaf, my guy, that's not it, my dude. Bambus 4-leaf ain't it. We're gonna settle with a 2.6 in Faction Wars. We need to find somebody. Got to bump these numbers up for some PvP characters. That ain't it. Yo, that's the Cheshire Cat. All right, was the Cheshire Cat good? 1,161 reviews. Oh my God, he's getting glazed. Oh, we met. Yo, the Cheshire is 49. Yo, we've never had a more glazed hero. Oh my, dude. And his model is sick. His model is, all right. Bambus, this is not, dude. He looks sick. Attacks an enemy if they're under Veil or Perfect Veil. Attacks all enemies instead. Places Perfect Veil on this champion for 1 turn. That is, I wish the UI actually would just let you kind of click on Perfect Veil here to see what it is. You know, now I gotta like scroll all the way down to know exactly what this is if I don't know what it does. 2 versions. Okay, so he's like stealth. Holy crap. Yeah, okay, so he just like stealths. Gets Perfect Veil, stealths, and if you stealth, it's AoE. And he's attack and speed scaling. So this man is an assassin. All right, what's this? Attacks 1 enemy 3 times. Each hit is speed -1, stacking up to 10%. Does not work against bosses. That's kind of sad. Each hit also increases your speed. Oh my God, dude. This, if kills an enemy, puts Perfect Veil and the lowest ally with the lowest turn meter. So not only is he an assassin that is hard to get off the field because of Perfect Veil, but he also can Perfect Veil one of your own teammates. And he makes his speed, he speeds himself up and decreases the speed of an enemy. 4 turn cooldown naturally, that goes down to a 3 turn cooldown. Dude, what? Can I get this character still, please? Attacks all enemies for attacking, puts Perfect Veil. An attack buff, sure. And an extra turn if you kill somebody. And it's an attack and speed scaling. What is his speed? 101. We'll have to find out if that's particularly fast in this game. I'm assuming it's not like the fastest ever. Watch it be the fastest ever. I'm used to base speeds for characters being in a lot of games like Giga Fast is like 129. So we'll see how this game is. Shadow Smile to passive. If you're under Veil or Perfect Veil, which is very easy to do with this kit, turn fills are 30% more effective. So you get CR push 30% faster. Okay. If this champion's under Veil or Perfect Veil, attacks ignore 15% of the defense and 15% more damage as a passive. He has a life lock that blocks damage and then puts him into stealth. My brother in Christ out here. Oh my God. Offense. Dude, my guy. No wonder you're rated so high. I'm not a rapper, by the way. Cheshire Cat. Oh my Lord. I wanted to see if that other girl was in here from the trailer. Where's the girl from the trailer? I'm not seeing it. Maybe she's not. She's a demon though. Like she wouldn't. Oh, here she is. Allure. 1,069 reviews. I hope she good. So she's 96 base speed. All right, we'll keep track of the speeds. You look better in the trailer. Oh my God. So arena offense 3.2, but Guild War. So not good in arena defense and offense and some of this other stuff down here. But Void Keep, Magic Keep, Spirit Keep, Faction Wars. So she's really good Faction Wars. I'm assuming it's like a 3v3 format instead of a 4v4 format. Attacks 3 times, decreases turn meter by 25% on each crit. Holy shit, she would go really well with Cheshire Cat then. Okay, buddy. Okay, friend. Attacks all enemies 2 times. Each hit has a 30% chance of placing a 30% decreased defense debuff for 1 turn. Places sleep on targets with defense down. Damage based on attack. And it's AoE. And it's 2 hit. Can you get the chance? You can get the chance to go up. It goes up to 50%. So 2 hits with 50% chance each. That's pretty sizable. What was it? 75-ish aggregate chance to put something in defense break mode, and then it will automatically put them on sleep as well. Fair. Does sleep make you take more damage in this game? X turns. Cooldowns are not refreshed while sleep is active. That's actually huge. All the other stuff works. Okay, it doesn't do bonus damage, but your cooldowns don't active or like come off cooldown faster. Do bombs ignore defense in this game? They do. Okay, Hellish Blaze. Attacks on enemy, 30% chance of inflicting critical hit. Big nuke, apparently. Big nuke only has 2 levels to level it up there. And then the aura, ally accuracy, and the faction, whatever. Cool, doesn't have any skins available. This character looks kind of fire. I would pair it with Cheshire Cat 1000%. I'm going to keep an eye on this base speed thing, though, as we go through these characters. 96 and 101 for Cat. Now, this is Kale. Now, I know I've heard good things about this man because I asked, like, what team. I was looking up some team compositions for, like, new players or whatever. And people were like, oh, this guy's really good. He's got 8,672 reviews. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, this man is popping off. All right. And he doesn't seem like he was that hard to get. He's just a rare. And dude, he is popping. I'm assuming he's got like poison damage based on this. Speed 103. He's giga fast compared to everything else we've seen so far. Puts 2.5% poison debuffs based on attack. Poison, how much is it per turn? Is poison busted in this game? I'm assuming it's like 2.5 to 5% HP per turn is what I'm assuming it is. How are you gonna make me scroll down all the way? 2.5% or 5% of the max HP, depending on which version of poison. The damage is not affected by any other effects except poison sensitivity debuff, which I'm assuming makes it scale up to 5 or whatever, or even more. Only scales per target's max health. Block damage blocks if the target champion has a shield. Poison will be applied to the shield first. I mean, who cares? So you just get to cycle him and smack him over and over. So he must be like, dude, our boss is not immune to poison in this game because this man in all of the PvE content is still rated giga high. Okay. Attacks all enemies, 15% chance each of inflicting a critical hit. Fill the turn meter of this champion by 25% for each enemy killed. Can you pick this guy? Did I mess up on this account? Am I have to re-roll, dude? A 15% chance of critical hit. Fill the turn meter. Dude, he gets the push. So he's got AoE and big single target with the poison debuff. Attacks 4 times at random, 40% chance of putting 5% poison for 2 turns. Oh, and it's a 5-turn cooldown. You take it down to a 4-turn cooldown. So he's got some decent AoE. He can fill himself back up, and then he puts poison everywhere. I wish you could read people's stuff in here. This guy, he seems super basic, but like, there's been characters in other similar type of games that I've played where you just stack poison for endgame grinds and stuff, and it's like the easiest way to cheese content. And something with 4 times, I don't care if it's random. If there's only one person, it's not random, right? I mean, that alone, 5% poison. If you land them all, oh my, that's gross. That's a 20%. That's 20% of their max health per turn for 2 turns. So that's 40% max HP. You almost take off half the boss's health with S3 into S1 and putting this 2.5% poison on. That is nutty. And you get to turn cycle this. I could see like if you have a character that reduces cooldowns, or if you have someone that can just reset this, you just use this 2 times on a boss and it's Jover. It's Jover for him. And you don't really need like crazy gear. Like, what does it say to put on them? Just stuff. Just put some stuff on it. Player recommendations hidden. Can't look at the player recommendations, man. Oh my God, he seems nasty. I think we want to look at the undead hordes as well. There was someone in here that was really cool. I can't remember exactly. Yes, Harvest Jack, dude. Oh, Ultimate Death Knight. Is Ronda Rousey in the undead? Is she here? All right. Let's see how good the Ultimate Death Knight is. Let's see how good he is. Ultimate Death Knight, 2,650 reviews for Ultimate Death Knight. What do you got for me, bud? Oh, he's good. He's pretty good. Look at him go. Ultimate Death Knight. He's got so many abilities. Holy what? Provoke. Yep, makes sense. Defense scaling, attacks all enemies, 50% chance of attack down, 80% chance of putting fear on each legendary champion. He's the hero. He's the people's choice. He's the free-to-play, by the way. If you're using legendary champions, he says not today. You're feared and attack down. Holy shit. What else does fear do outside of skip your turn? Does it make your cooldowns not come back like sleep does? Fear. Fear and true fear. Fear debuff. When they use a skill, there's a 50% chance they don't activate and they lose their turn. Gross. It's like fear in E7, actually. Kind of. That's kind of nutty. All right. He's got other skills. Shield and heal. Get comfy, everyone. A passive. Whenever an ally is attacked, 100% chance of completely blocking one. What the? Decreasing the calming damage to 0. This champion will receive that damage instead. All right, so he's got like an Aureus redirect effect. If this redirect any debuffs from the champions to this champion's chance of blocking a hit will be And redirecting the debuffs increases to 50% if the attacker is a boss. Does not work if the attack on an ally was an AoE attack. Oh, okay, well, he doesn't get to absorb AoE. So he's an anti-single target character. You just drop your fucking sword, bro? What the fuck, dude? I'm trying to glaze you right now, my man. This is kind of wild, right? So single target attack, blocks 1 hit. They take no damage. Okay. And then he takes the damage. It also redirects any debuffs from them to him. The chance of blocking a hit and redirecting debuffs increases to 50% if the attacker is a boss. Decreases to 50%. Okay, so they don't want him to be like a boss slayer too. My man, chill out. Dropping your shit. Helmet falling down. Stop. Didn't need him. Increases HP, defense, and speed by 10% for each dead ally. Okay, because he's just, you know, this is kind of like a comical thing, I think, right? It's probably pretty good though, right? 4v4, 5v5. I mean, you get a lot of stats, and then this is just like the ally defense in battles. All battles? Holy crap, by 30. So everything? This guy's kind of nutty. They just be glazing every character out here. There's one more I wanted to look at, if we can find him. They put Ronda Rousey in the Barbarians. Raphael! Xena! They got Xena? The Warrior Princess? There's too many characters. Raphael's in here too. I'm looking to see if they put in Barbarian. Is this Freya? Like Freya? Freya the Fate Weaver? Okay. Dude, where is... They said she was a legendary champion, right? It looks like she's not in here. She's not a barbarian, right? Mythical champion. I don't even know. Ronda Rousey is not in here. I can't believe they have Xena the Warrior Princess up in here. Where would she be? In the Lizardman? She in Sacred Order? He-Man! Oh my god, he's got 104 speed. He's faster than Cat is. That's crazy. Who's the... I wish you could sort by like the fastest character so we could fight over. Figure it out real quick. Enos. You look cool. You look like really cool, actually. You look like you're not good though, because you only have 3. Oh, no, you're great. There are not very many. She must be new. She doesn't have very many reviews. She looks super sick though. Hey, look, it's Noelle. Lady Noelle from Genshin Impact has made it. Is she good in this game? Absolutely, a little bit. It looks like she's pretty fine. Really, I mean, I got this one, dude. I got 6. Yo, Mistress is okay. Yo, you look really cool. You're rated really highly, too. There are so many cool characters in here. Yo, it's Tuhanarak. Is she good? Tuhanarak. Yeah, we'll be going over this character in a future video, guys. Make sure you use the code DESERTQUEEN to get access to Tuhanarak, who looks like she's going to be a banging, balling character in Raid Shadow Legends. Absolutely for free. Description down below. It helps me out a ton, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.